worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Pacheco. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 27-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the 1st round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to...
He finds Moore in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Butker on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. Caught left side, Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Play action. Now Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to Troutman right side. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And it'll be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape. I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mahomes to throw on second down. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. Big strides. Look at him go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous. .13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams.
His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Broncos are back within a score.
Lutz with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Broncos 14. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 32-yard line.
2nd and 7.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That pass complete to Moore.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Ties the game at 21 apiece. Will Lutz set to kick off.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They go play action with Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
First down, Denver.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Wilson going to change things up here.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They run it again with Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
To throw is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's face this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football in the double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Wilson. Finds Dulcich out left side. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything good. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty.
Harrison Butker had a kickoff for Kansas City.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The busy night continues for Williams. And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos 1st down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Wilson to throw. He completes this to Sutton. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That is caught, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Touchdown! Greg Dulcich from 17 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
134 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Now 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Hardman on the return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. This one is caught. It's Moore.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. A give right side for Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Mahomes to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
A real opportunity for them. Their defense got the key 4th down stop. Now all they need is a field goal to snag the lead.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
140 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Wilson to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his head. He's got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone...
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A run by Pacheco on second down.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here comes third and about a foot. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring it down.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, oh, they want.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Chiefs are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. Butker on for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. This is 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here comes second down. Mahomes to throw it. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen? And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the option to give to Williams here. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the 1st down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
He only needed 1 yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Patrick going to change the play. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So it's a win for the Chiefs here. And no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, there's no question.